On the news tonight, UBEC, ASUBEB hold public bid, tender opening for UBE FGN Intervention Fund projects. Closed portion of Amoabe exit of Enugu-Onitsha Dual Carriage Road opens to traffic. Catholic priest Obima calls on President Tinubu to revamp Nigeria's economy. And on the foreign scene, U.S. judge exonerates inmate Simon after 48 years in prison. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. The Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, in collaboration with Anambra State Universal Basic Education, ASUBEB, have held the public bid and tender openings of the UBE FGN 2019, 2020, and 2021 Intervention Funds projects. The events took place at the Utility Hall of ASUBEB in Awka and attracted service providers or their representatives, ministries, departments and agencies, civil society organizations, anti-graft agencies, community-based organizations, among others. Education correspondent Queen Anbogo filed the report.
Declaring the tender bid open officially, the Executive Chairman, Anambra State Universal Basic Education, ASUBEB, Dr. Vera Mwadinobi, said that the 2019, 2020, and 2021 interventions are under the UBEC Matching Grant Scheme for primary and junior secondary schools in Anambra State, and appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo, who made it possible for ASUBEB to access the FG UBEC grants for 3 years by paying the counterpart cash contributions for the scheme, describing him as a solution provider. She affirmed that what they are doing in the tender bid opening is in line with the Public Procurement Act of 2007 or law of the federal and state governments, respectively, as the bidding process is a very important component of procurement law, which emphasizes competition required by the law, transparency, and accountability in the award of contracts. The ASUBEB chairman also explained that as part of the requirement of the law, the board advertised in the last 6 weeks for tender in 2 national delis, 1 local deli, and the board's website in order to give all that are interested the opportunity to compete for the job outlined in the action plan for each year.
Going through all the submissions to see who and who meets the criteria before the award contract, and then we will publish the names of the contractors.
For the Director, Planning, Research and Statistics, Dr. Uchenna Ezani, the official opening ceremony of the tender bid is the beginning of the process to provide conducive school environment for the children who are the leaders of tomorrow. He pointed out that Governor Soludo, in his magnanimity, offset the backlog of the funds owed so that Anambra schools will be brought back to what they used to be, and promised that the board will ensure that whoever emerges successful after the exercise will do a good job.
For this process, I want to assure everybody here, we will be transparent, we will be held accountable for every bid we've done.
Speaking to the ABS, some of the bidders, Mr. Emeka Bosa and Mr. Paul Achizo, who are bidding for the renovation and construction of classroom blocks, respectively, said that they expect the board to follow the procurement procedures. All the bidders treated fairly, and whoever wins should be given the job. The official opening of the tender bids by the ASUBEB chairman, alongside board members, formed the high points of the day. Queen Anibogo, reporting for ABS News.
The closed portion of the Amoabe exit of the Enugu-Onitsha Dual Carriage Road has been temporarily opened to traffic. The reconstruction work being carried out by MTN Telecommunication Limited, PAN, from Onitsha Bridgehead to 82 Army Division. Enugu Works correspondent Ngozi Obileri has details.
Speaking during a media briefing and opening ceremony at Amoabe, the Anambra State Commissioner for Transport, Mrs. Patricia Igwebike, said that Anambra State government is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that Ndi Anambra are given the best of everything, including access roads, and thanked MTN and federal government for the road project, even as she advised commuters to use the roads carefully and wisely to avoid Hadai known.
Here to tell the users of the road that this is a very critical time in the year. Most people are stressed, most people are unhappy, but while you're on the road, Please be sure that you obey the rules and regulations of the road and you keep safe and to travel and get to your destination in one piece is one thing that matters most.
Speaking at the event, the Anambra State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Mr. Adeoye Irelewi, said that the partly completed portion records highest number of crashes, saying that with the opening of the road, crashes and traffic jam would be reduced on the road. Mr. Irelewi explained that currently, having flagged off Operation Zero Tolerance, the command has deployed 1,000 personnel to strategic places as well as equipment across the state and is working with every stakeholder to ensure safety on the roads.
And part of the strategy that we have outlined is to deploy all our personnel, both regular and special marshals. We have deployed over 1,000 personnel statewide, all over the state, at strategic locations and areas that we have identified as traffic flashpoints within Anambra State.
The Commissioner for Works in Anambra State, Engineer Ifeanyi Ukoma, represented by Engineer Ifeanyi Chukwu Okoye, Director Maintenance, Anambra State Ministry of Works, said that the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo made it a point of duty to make Anambra a livable and prosperous state, and to achieve it, he has awarded about 400 kilometers of road, with 250 kilometers completed, assuring that the Ministry of Works will partner every stakeholder in the business of ensuring crash and traffic-free road. On his part, the Senior Manager Sales, MTN, Mr. Emmanuel Okereke, said MTN is excited to partner the federal government in providing road infrastructure, especially the Enugu-Onitsha Express Road, which he said will have direct impact on the people, encouraging all Ndi-Igbo to take the project as their own by providing necessary support as they have been doing, adding that the road will be completed as scheduled.
We are grateful to the Minister of Works, Government of Anambra State and Enugu State for their unwavering support. We thank the community leaders and every member of the community around the road that we have taken ownership of this project to ensure unhindered construction work.
Engineer Oladapo Feyishita, a representative of Ove Arup and Partners, a project management consultant, said the agreed quality is delivered on schedule, commending MTN for the partnership. High points of location were official handover of road safety kits to Anambra State Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Mr. Irelewi, and opening of the road to traffic. Now that the hitherto closed Amobia axis of the Enugu-Onitsha Express Road is open, commuters and holidaymakers now have the liberty of driving through the road to Onitsha. From Amobia in Awka South Local Government.
Stakeholders of the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA in Onitsha South Local Government area came out en masse to join the Commissioner for Special Duties, Honorable Beverly Ibazu Ikemdiche, in a walk through the roads constructed by Governor Chukwuma Soludo in the council area. The exercise, which was tagged a walk with the Commissioner through Mr. Governor's road construction sites, kicked off at Moore Street by Venn Road Odapu through Kanu Street, Haruna Street, Niger Street to Bridgehead exit of Obosisi and Port Harcourt Road to Silas Works Road. Faith Onyemauchi reports.
The exercise, which was tagged a walk with the Commissioner through Mr. Governor's road construction sites, kicked off at Moore Street by Venn Road Odapo through Kano Street, Haruna Street, Niger Street to Bridgehead axis of Obosisi and Port Harcourt Road to Silas Works Road. All the roads walked through were fully completed with drainage channels and pedestrian walkways. The team was received by happy residents, traders, and passers-by as they chanted "Solution is here. God bless Soludo," the solution governor among others, and thanked him for keeping to his campaign promise. Speaking to the ABS after the walk, Commissioner Ikpeazu Ikemdiche said he was marveled at the quality and number of roads constructed in the area within a short period. The Commissioner stated that she had expected to cover up the roads within a few minutes, but rather walked for over 2 hours, and lauded Governor Soludo for giving the area a facelift.
The good thing about it is that it's solid. He's doing so well with the contractors that he's bringing in to build this. All we want to say is continue doing the good work that you're doing for the people.
Others who spoke to the ABS The Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Honorable Tony Collins Mwabwane, Chief Tony Wara, and Barrister Antonia Tabansi Okoye appreciated Governor Soludo for his good work in the area and the state in general.
While we are taking a walk, everywhere is agog, side by side, people are celebrating, people are rejoicing, people are happy seeing us with the walk in solidarity of what Mr. Governor is doing.
In line with the Anambra State Government's agenda on healthy living for all, the Kunye Health Outreach Platform has organized a one-day free medical outreach for the residents of Ozom Urunebo in Enugu Njikoka local government area. Over 200 persons benefited from the Kunye Medical Outreach held at Urunebo Town Hall, Enugu, where the beneficiaries were diagnosed, tested, and treated of different illnesses free of charge, ranging from free eye surgery and treatment, eye screening, eyeglass, free blood pressure and sugar level assessments, vascular disease enlightenment, and other illnesses. Njideka Okoye filed the report taken from here.
Speaking, a brother to the benefactor, Reverend Father Chidebere Ozumba, said they decided to hold a free medical outreach in honor of their father, late Pa Emmanuel Amechi Ozumba, whom he described as a veteran teacher, a catechist, and outstanding community leader. Reverend Father Ozumba explained that the essence of the free medical outreach was to create awareness and sensitize people on the need to take care of their health first, adding that there are certain sicknesses people can manage and prevent on their own if they have knowledge of such through awareness creation.
So the problem, first of all, to create that awareness about the need why we must take care of our health.
Another brother of the benefactor, Mr. Emeka Ozumba, stated that the Kunye Medical Outreach is a health and wellness platform on social media promoted by Dr. Chigozie Ozumba, which he has done across nations, and now decided to organize it for his people of Urunebo community, Enugu, in memory of their late father, Pa Emmanuel Ozumba, to reach out to people who do not have access to health care and other services. A medical doctor who attended to people during the outreach, Dr. Obinya Arize, who said the wonderful initiative is an opportunity for the people to assess and improve their health condition, added that some people diagnosed notice for the first time they have diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses, while Dr. Ifani Iloka, while educating the participants on Bruley ulcer, explained to them how it can be contacted, prevented, and treated, which includes good hygiene, saying that people misconceive other kinds of conditions as Bruley ulcer and urge people to avoid things that triggers it, such as smoking of cigarettes and intake of alcoholic drinks. On his part, the Transition Committee Chairman for Njikoka Local Government Area, Mr. Clem Aguiyi, commended the Kunye initiative, saying it is part of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's agenda of improving health of the people and human capital development, urging others to emulate the Ozumba family.
That health is wealth, and what Kunye Health and Wellness Foundation is doing in number of Emmanuel Ozumba is the right thing we should do.
Some of the beneficiaries, Mr. Chuka Obiekwe, Mr. Linus Okafocha, and Mrs. Roslyn Chukurawan, thanked the benefactor, Kunye Health and Wellness Platform, and the Ozumba family of Enugu for their benevolence, which they said has helped them to access medical treatments. Distribution of eyeglasses, drugs, and other health items featured during the outreach.
A notable Catholic priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Obimma, popularly known as Ebube Monso, has called on President Bola Tinubu to, as a matter of urgency, to make meaningful efforts towards revamping the economy of Nigeria to reduce the sufferings of the masses and save the country for impending danger. Reverend Father Obimma made the call while speaking to journalists at his parish, Blessed Iwene Tansi Catholic Church, Umudioka in Dunukofia Council area, shortly after Sunday Mass. Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Reverend Father Obimma, who observed that Nigerians have been in extreme hardship since the past 7 months of the Tinubu-led administration in the country, which according to him has led to death of many and massive migration of Nigerian citizens to other countries of the world recently. He reminded politicians that revolution is possible in Nigeria, noting that revolution erupts when leaders manhandle the economy to the detriment of the subjects as seen in Nigeria today. The Catholic priests regretted that Nigeria, which is supposed to be the envy of other countries of the world, has become an object of mockery before its counterparts because of corruption, nepotism, tribalism, and selfishness amongst the inhabitants, emphasizing the need for all to rise and combine efforts to rebuild the country. He called on political leaders in this part of the world to learn to make sacrifices in the interest of their subjects and betterment of the society, pointing out that no one can be an effective leader without life of sacrifice, asking the Nigerian judiciary to sit up to its responsibility as the hope of the common man in order to regain the confidence of the people. Reverend Father Obimma made a case for the release of Nnamdi Kanu by the federal government and judiciary, condemning the decision of the Supreme Court to try him for terrorism, and pointed out that Nnamdi Kanu is just a mere freedom fighter who was never in any way doing the fighting with weapon or the likes.
Yeah, I expected that Tinubu would have released Nnamdi Kanu. At least that could have added feathers to his cap. Nnamdi Kanu should be granted freedom. He's a man who is fighting for the emancipation of his people without arms.
From Umudioka in Dunukofia Council area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
People's Club of Nigeria International has held its 2023 annual general meeting at the main hall of the club's headquarters, Onitsha-Were Road, with members including patrons, national officers, trustees from different parts of the world in attendance. The event began with a procession of the patrons of the club led by the president. Ogo Oranu has details.
The annual general meeting began with a procession of the patrons of People's Club of Nigeria International led by their president, High Chief Joe Ilonze, a chartered accountant, Chief James Okocha, hired by the club. During the meeting, presented audited financial report of the club from 2017 to 2022. The National Cum International President of People's Club of Nigeria, High Chief Joe Ilonze, said the aim of the annual general meeting was for the executives to render their accounts and what they have done for the year, saying that People's Club has aims and objectives, and those aims were reiterated at the AGM. Speaking further, High Chief Ilonze said the club provides and promotes recreational and social facilities, activities and understanding among its members and members of the public, gave palliatives to the less privileged ones, among others, in line with the motto of the club, which is unity, love and service, noting that the essence of yearly auditing was to ensure accountability and transparency, which invariably assures club members that their money is intact.
To establish recreational facilities for members, to provide guest houses for the benefit of mankind. So the essence of that one is to create recreational facilities and to help one another.
A patron of the club who came all the way from Atlanta, Chief Wilson Aze, said the club's audited financial report from 2017 to 2022 was perfect and transparent, attributing it to good leadership, pointing out that majority of their members were present. However, stressed that they cannot allow anarchy of any type in their prestigious club.
After the report, you will notice that there was no smoking gun. It was perfect, transparent, and there was praises, and everybody was on the same accord on that audit, and that's the result of good leadership.
The third Assistant National Secretary of People's Club of Nigeria International, Chief Mascot Mobodo, presented minutes of their previous meeting, while the President, High Chief Ilonze, took the roll call of branches. Other highlights of the annual general meeting includes reading of club's constitution, aims and objectives of the club to members, club's anthem, among others. Ogochukwu Oranu for ABS News.
On the foreign scene, an Oklahoma judge has exonerated a man who spent 48 years in prison for a murder he did not commit, the longest known wrongful sentence in the U.S. Glenn Simmons, aged 70, was freed in July after a district court found that crucial evidence in his case were not turned over to his defense lawyers. On Monday, a county district attorney said there was no evidence enough to warrant a new trial. Mr. Simmons served 48 years, 1 month and 18 days in prison for the 1974 murder of Caroline Sue Rogers during a liquor store robbery in an Oklahoma City suburb. Mr. Simmons was 22 years old when he and a co-defendant, Don Roberts, were convicted and sentenced to death in 1975. The punishments were later reduced to life in prison because of U.S. Supreme Court rulings on the death penalty. That's the news tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On S at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. A recap of the main points of the news. UBEC, ASUBEB has had public bid tender opening for UBE FGN Intervention Funds projects. Closed portion of Amobia exit of Enugu-Onitsha Dual Carriage Road has been opened to traffic. Catholic priest Obimma has called on President Tinubu to revamp Nigeria's economy. And on the foreign scene, we told you U.S. judge has exonerated inmate Simmons after 48 years in prison. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for staying with us. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.